Hi, this is Sarah Lilly with Relationship Based Realty. Thanks for joining me. My topic for today is the process for buying a home. Whether this is the first time you bought a home or you just haven't done it in a while, I want to give you an idea of what you can expect during the purchase process. The first thing you want to do is meet with your mortgage lender. They're going to review some of your financial information and help you determine what price range is right for you. You and I will discuss what you're looking for in your new home. This may be the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, where the house is located, or the size of the yard. At that point, we'll start to review listings both online and in person. Some buyers, it only takes a few showings to find the right house, while other buyers, it takes a little bit longer. But once we do find that right house, we move into the offer stage. The offer is going to include many details, including what you want to offer for the home, what type of financing you have, contingencies related to the purchase, when you want to close, take possession, and some other details. The offer may go back and forth between the buyer and the seller many times. We're not always just negotiating the purchase price, but other things such as what's staying with the home or when you want to take possession. But once we do have an accepted offer with the sellers, you'll put down what's called an earnest money deposit. This is held in an escrow account and is either applied toward your purchase or refunded if we end the contract. We will then have the home inspection. This is typically done within the first 10 days of an accepted offer. I always encourage my buyers to attend if at all possible because you learn a lot about the house. So you'll spend a couple hours in the house with the home inspector. They will review the house from top to bottom, crawl around in the basement, up in the attic, on the roof. At the end of the inspection, they will create a report for you about the house. At that point, you have a few options. Either you can tell the seller, all good, and we want to move forward with the process. Second, you might ask the seller for some extra time if there was an area that you want to have an expert come and review, but we couldn't get it done right away. You might tell the seller you want them to make some repairs. Now, the seller is not required to make repairs, but you are also not required to move forward in the purchase. And then the last option is if you find something during the home inspection that makes you not comfortable moving forward with the process, we can end the contract right there. So once we move past the home inspection process, we then move into the appraisal. So the bank is going to order an appraisal for the home. The appraiser is going to come to the home, review it, and then about a week later, your mortgage lender is going to give you a report. Now, most of the time we don't have low appraisals, but if we do have a low one, you have a couple of options. But we really need to negotiate with the seller because the seller is not required to sell it to you at that lower price, just like you are not required to purchase it at the higher price. So once we move past the appraisal process, we then do a little bit of waiting while the bank does their underwriting. Your lender may come back to you a few times and ask questions or ask for some clarification on information that you provided. This might take a couple of weeks. But then as we get closer to close, and no less than 3 days before close, your lender is going to give you the closing statement. The closing statement is going to show all of the fees related to the purchase and show you down to the penny how much money you need to bring to close. The actual closing process only takes about an hour. You sit down with the title company, they go over the paperwork with you, and you bring in your funds. So at that point, you are officially an owner of your new home. A lot of our homes, we give the sellers a few days to move out after close. So you may take possession 3 or 5 days after close. So at that point, you start to move your things in, put utilities into your name, and enjoy your new home. I hope this gave you a good overview of what you can expect, but I'm here to make the process go as smoothly as possible so you can enjoy it. I look forward to working with you.